they put me in motion, I stop. Hold up. What I got again, John? He said, don't worry about it. Just, we're going to put you in motion. I just want you to go 100 miles an hour. We're in Mile High, 5,280 feet. If you ever been to Colorado, you understand the altitude. So imagine me going in motion. So they put me in motion for the entirety of the game. And people didn't believe this when I said this in my speech because I had never said it before, is that they put me in motion the entire game. And as you're calling out the signals, as I run by you, you tell me what I'd have to run. But why? Why do you just say, Dan, he doesn't know the plays right now until he's able to get up to full speed. I don't know if we can play it.
Well, I knew you'd get the plays. And plus, that's how much I thought of you as a player, right? And especially with you moving to tight end, and really it was more of an H-back, right? More of an H-back, which, is a receiver. But the thing is, you can add to me, it was even a better spot for you. Obviously, it turned out being a better spot for you. But I wanted you to stay around, and I knew how bad you wanted it. And so therefore, and I knew the play, I knew everything. I knew eventually you would get it.
Yes.
You were, still very raw.
Yes.
And it was just going to take time. So a lot of times I did it just to make sure you knew. I knew you knew sometimes, and if it wasn't too loud, we could do it at home a lot more than we could on the road. But I could tell if you didn't know what you do, and that's what I for sure told you. But, eventually
you let me go.
Yeah, you knew everything that was going on. And it was just a matter. And I think that was, as I keep using the word raw, because of what you hadn't learned. You just scratched the surface, right? And experience takes time.
It does.
Right? And so, that's all you needed. And once you got that experience, you just absolutely took off. And, and I say this all the time. They always ask me, they say, who's your favorite receiver? I say, well, number one is the open one.
Right.
And number two, it's Shannon Sharpe.
Right.
And the reason why is we had such great matchups. You always got great matchups.
Yes.
You would swat off little DBs.
Yes.
And then the backers couldn't. I
run away from
them.
there.
They couldn't run with you. Right. And so that's why you were such a great player and in the Hall of Fame, because of the matchups that we got with you. And that's why, for me, when it was nut cutting time and we had a big play, we needed a third down. And I'm bringing up the Pittsburgh game.
Yeah.
That I always knew that if it was man coverage, I had a great matchup with you. And I just had your catch radius was so big, right? Mm-hmm. So if I got pressure or whatnot, if I got it in the area, chances are you're going to come down with it.
Back to that play. Normally, we practice the plays during the week that we're going to run in the game. And so we put this play in. If I'm not mistaken, I think
we got to set this up.
Okay.
So this is the AFC Championship game in 1997.
Yep.
97. It's in 98 season because we're going to,
the 96 season.
96 season, 97 Super Bowl, right? Yeah.
You just go to Super Bowl 32.
Yeah, Super Bowl 32. So we're in
Three Rivers.
This is a year after we got upset by Jacksonville in the first round when we were 13-3 at the home field and we got upset. So now we got to go to Pittsburgh. We got out of Kansas City the week before. We pounded on Miami or Jacksonville when they came back in that year. So we're in Pittsburgh, and now we went up like 21-3.
Yeah, we did. We feeling good about ourselves.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden it's coming back, and now there's less than 2 minutes to go. We're 3rd and 6, and we need this first down because I believe if we don't
get the first down, we're gonna lose this game.
We're gonna lose.
We're gonna lose. They had all the momentum.
They had all the momentum, and I think it was 21-20, or I can't remember the score. But this was the play. We either make this play or we don't. Timeout, go to the sideline. Gary and Mike go over there and say, okay, Gary's there, and say, Wood, we're going to go 324 all hitch. I said, okay, that's fine, da-da-da-da. It was a TV timeout. So I get back to the huddle, and I just say, tell everybody what we're doing. We're going 324 all hitch, and I told everybody get down past the first down
mark.
And it was, we were split.
We was in Cinco empty.
Yeah. And so it was just go down past the marker, and I'm going to take the best look.
Right.
And try to get the first down. So I say it's 324 all hitch, and all of a sudden, and now we've run 324 all hitch the whole year. I mean, it's like we ran it in training camp. It's in our base installation every year. That started back in May. Shannon starts going, well, it ain't in the game plan. It ain't in the game plan. And I said, it is now, so go down 7 yards and turn around.
He said, go get open. Because I had memorized the plays because, like you said, I didn't really know like when I came in, I was so raw, and so I made it to know every play that was in the game plan. And I'm like, that's not in the game plan. That's not of 150 plays. How do I know one play that's not in the game plan? It is now. Now go get open. And we get the hardest coverage. They go cover 5, which is man 2 under, but the backer is playing underneath, and I don't realize it until I turn around.
It's Greg Lloyd.
Jason Gilden. Jason Gilden. Jason Gilden.
Okay.
All he had to do, if he does this, the ball hits the back of his hand, but he tried to swipe.
Yeah.
And by the time he did this, the ball was already there, and I spins away, and I was like, Lord have mercy.
Well, you caught it back here.
Yeah, because I just remember in '91, John, we had a situation against the Raiders where and I dropped the ball in the south end zone, and I line up tight. They motion me out, and they walk the backer out, and I'm like 1-on-1. I got it. If I catch this ball, we're gonna have home field throughout the playoffs. I drop it. We end up having to go to Buffalo. We end up losing to Buffalo in the AFC Championship 10-7. Right. And I just remember thinking that I was going home and I was crying. I called my brother. I said, man, I just messed up. He said, what happened? I said, I dropped a touchdown, and I know it would have given us home field throughout the playoffs. He said, don't worry about it. You'll get another opportunity. And it took 6 years, basically, for that opportunity to present itself. I said, if I ever get back in this situation, I ain't letting this happen again. And man, that was, I don't think we sat down. The plane was taking off. We were still standing up. That's the best part about charter flights, because they don't really tell you what to do. We kind of like do our own thing. That was, of all the Super Bowls and that's probably my greatest moment. Yeah. There was nothing like that. I mean, obviously the beating the Packers in the Super Bowl, but
right. But
what was your favorite play though? Me and you, what's your favorite play? Was it that?
You and I?
Yeah.
That's the one I talk about all the time. But we had so many, and the thing is, and this thing's, that's why I did this Netflix show to get this thing going, so I could remember different things. But that's the one that always sticks out to me. And plus, it was so funny when we're in the huddle, you're going, "Well, that ain't the game plan." I said, "It is now."
He realized, he's like, I remember him asking me, like, "Why did your boys do that when you get?" He said, "Are you doing that on purpose?" I was like, "Nah, it's just like when I get excited." It goes up like 3 octaves. But I remember in the Netflix, you like the David Brandon play in Seattle in the old Kingdome. People don't realize, if you never played there, how loud that place gets.
Yeah.
That place got loud. It was only like, 55, 60,000, but they're like right there on top of you. And
it was all cement. So the noise bounced off everything. And so that was by far the noisiest place of anywhere that we played.
And this had to be 90. This was 93 when you take the shotgun snap and he comes in unblocked. Now, I don't know of all the things why you didn't spin out, because a lot of times you like to spin out.
Yeah.
But this for whatever reason, you just dunk up under.
Yeah.
And flat-footed throws the ball about 60 yards.
Yeah.
And we had all seams on, and I got players black and for the touchdown. Did you oh, he out there somewhere?
Well, no, I mean, that was one of my, and you're right. And the thing is, there's so many things when you're playing, and that's why I don't think I'd have been a good coach, because there's a lot of things that I can't explain why I did things, right? Or why I reacted. You just react, right? And so, in that situation, it was probably because there was nowhere to go anywhere else, and he was coming so hard.
Yes.
Right? So, was able to duck and then, get the ball to you. But that was, that's one of my favorite plays that I've had, too, as far as, in my career, that, was able to put it on the money to you and at least avoid that sack, too.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.